a wonderful release. It's a nice way to spend some time. It's a nice way to spend time with friends. I mean, I have great memories of drinking. I have other nights where I have no memory whatsoever. And for me, the reason I had to stop drinking was because it all came to a head, and I got so messed up one night over in Australia that, well, it was a combination of methamphetamine and booze, but I drank so much that I lost control of my bladder and I pissed myself. And while walking home that night, some guy pointed out that I'd done that, and he was stupid enough to stand laughing at me with an arm's reach. And at 6'4", nearly 17 stone at the time, I hit him so hard that I thought I'd killed him. So I stopped drinking at that point, because he was right to be laughing at me, and I had no right to do what I did, and I still found a way to justify it. Oh, but that's booze.
The president of NUI Galway has announced that the university is withdrawing its support for all future Rag Week activities. Dr. Jim Brown made the decision following the arrests of more than 40 students for drunken and disorderly behaviour over the past number of days.
Pretty much every week now, I'd always go out to the club with a few friends. The odd time I wouldn't, but more often than not, I'd usually go to the club, or the pub even. I was actually one of the oldest of my friends when I started drinking. That was 16. I think my first ever drink was a bottle of Wicked, and yeah, it wasn't the manliest drink, but I liked the taste of it, so I were out in the field, as many Irish lads did back in the day when you weren't old enough to go to the pub. I drank that, and I got fairly drunk, fairly fast, and I had a great night, so ever since then, I had a good crack. And I think I moved on from Wicked straight to vodka. That was a bad choice. I got very drunk that next night then, and it really put me off it. I've been having fun ever since doing it. I've done many stupid stuff when I was drinking, but nothing too mad because I know kind of my limit and stuff. But yeah, I've had the many old, giving the old lap dance every so often now when I'm drunk, and done a few shameful things, but nothing too mad. I've never got into serious trouble over anything. Oh yeah, I'm a very social person, even without drink, but you meet someone new and you're chatting to the way to them, you get to know them very fast, you become very friendly after a few drinks, so everyone just relaxes, and they can be, after, like, not, I don't mean like getting absolutely hammered, like after a few pints, everyone relaxes and they show their true selves, kind of how they are, like easier to talk to and stuff. And some people take a bad turn with drink, but they shouldn't be drinking in the first place if they're that bad with it.
Hello, my name's Andrew Scott. I'm a medical registrar working in Galway University Hospital. I've been working as a doctor for the last 5 years in various hospitals in the west of Ireland. In my line of work, I will deal with a lot of people who have alcohol-related diseases. The chronic effects of alcohol abuse can lead to many other complications on the body, including hepatic encephalopathy, where the brain has been exposed to excess amounts of ammonium that the liver is supposed to process, but in this alcoholic patient, it cannot clear it. A lot of the times, patients are aware of the fact that they are injuring themselves. Family members are often distressed and feel helpless at the options of trying to help their loved ones to stop drinking, and then often turn to a doctor to ask them to try and encourage them to give up and give themselves a chance of life.
My name's Glyn Jones. I'm a counsellor psychotherapist with Light Counselling Galway. I've done 2 years of volunteer work in a treatment centre and still doing volunteer work with Galway Simon in the mental illness field. Have a client or two there as well. So, say if somebody comes out of a treatment centre And, you know, they're going in, they seem to take maybe the first place that comes along, but it may not be suitable. There may not be the supports in that area for them. So if they have, say, a transition house, you know, there's help there, there's support there, there's like-minded people there. So then, you know, if they're around like-minded people, surely it does help, it does work, you know.
My opinion is that alcoholism is multifactorial, from psychological self-perception of what alcohol is for an individual. They may have had parents that drank to excess, see this as a norm, siblings, friends. This may be accepted to them as a societal norm.
My name is Christian Fine. I'm 20 years old and I'm a student at GTI. Slight amount of pressure from some people. I'd say mostly my dad, because my dad is that sort of guy who was like, oh, once you get to an age, like, we should go out and have a drink, like, you know, and I just am like, I don't really have any plans to not do that, like, you know. I mean, like, I'm not going to say I'm never going to have a drink, but at this moment in time, I just don't have any plans.
Peer pressure, you know. You have to drink to go out with the people to have a good time. Who told you that? Who says you have to drink to have a good time?
There really is very little stuff to do without drinking, not even in Galway, in all of Ireland. Pubs are way too expensive, so that was to make people have to buy drink in the house to pre-drink before going out. And that's where a lot of the people they drink way too much in the house because they're around friends and you don't realise how much you're drinking. But it's because pubs are so expensive that people can't go. You'd find you drink, even though drinks are cheaper, you drink a lot less and you get drunk a lot, like you pace yourself a lot better than when you're kind of forced to drink in the house because you just don't have the money for it. So like, it really is a lot of the pub's fault for kind of the prices are a bit ridiculous these days.
Do you know, I don't know how much Ireland is geared up to the whole like not drinking thing for like people, but I'm sure there's fun where you can find it anyways.
Alcohol abuse has an enormous impact, both financially and on physical resources that are available, particularly in hospitals.
We look at, say, out of every 100 people that goes into a treatment centre, you're probably looking about 10 to 15% would have a success rate. Don't glamorise it, you know, it's ruined. The graveyards are full of people, you know, who enjoy the drink. But I mean, if they can stop now, don't, you know, there's support, and we need more support out there, you know. At the moment, nobody knows about some of the societies that are out there, like Galway Simon, Cope, SVP, you know. Yeah, one of my lads at the council left, you know, after the 12 weeks, and 3 months later, he was passed away.
I'd enjoy to have a drink myself. The purpose why I ingest alcohol is to relax, not to become intoxicated. So I think everything in moderation is okay.